This week's parsha is Parshas Mishpatim, and in this parsha we have all of the myriad details, the halachos of Nezikin of Choshen Mishpat that are found in Maseches Bava Kama, Bava Metzia, so many details. And one of these halachos is the halacha of the shoel. The shoel is someone who borrows an object, for example, an animal, and he uses the animal. If something happens to the animal, even if it's through no fault of his own, the shoel has to pay for it. He's chai ba'ons, and after all, he has all of the use of the animal. He doesn't have to pay for the animal. He's a borrower. He's chayv no matter what happens to the animal. The Psukim tell us in this week's parasha, the Gemara elaborates that there's one exception to this rule where the shoel does not have to pay. And that is if ba'alav imo. If in addition to borrowing the animal, he also, for example, hires the owner of the animal. And the owner of the animal is working together with the animal as he's using the animal, he's plowing with the animal, the owner is there. And in such a case, if lightning strikes, the animal dies. Nevertheless, ba'alav imo, since the owner is there, so the shoel, the borrower, is exempt. Striking halacha, exeres hakasuv, hard exactly to understand, but that's the one exception to the rule, ba'alav imo. If the owner of the animal is there, then the shoel, the borrower, is going to be pater. So the Hasidic Svarim just point out from this halacha, so we see something very striking, is that our relationship to our neshamos is a relationship of a shoel. Hashem puts us into this world, and He loans us, so to speak, a neshama. And He gives us that neshama. We are the shoels. He gives us that neshama. It's a pure neshama. Neshama tahorahi. And then it's here with us in this world, and we pollute it, and we damage it, and we ruin it, and it is now a sullied neshama. And then after 120 years, we have to give that neshama back. We bring it back to its original owner, and embarrassingly, we point to Hashem and say, we didn't treat it properly. We didn't do the right things. We polluted this neshama. And indeed, presumably, a shoel, a borrower, he's chai ba'onsin. He's always chai. There's no exemption. But perhaps, if we're living our lives with ba'alav imo, is the owner of the neshama is with us too. We live our lives, and He's there. He's there in every sense. Any step we take, the moves we make, He's there. Ba'alav imo. So then we have that p'tur. We have that exemption. We can say, yes, indeed, although something happened, the neshama is no longer as tahora as it was when we got it, but still, ba'alav imo, and we're exempt from onshin. So we should be zoche to live lives walking with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, walking with the owner of that neshama, and having that security of constantly ba'alav imo. Have a beautiful Shabbos.